Hello, hello, hello. I guess I'm live. Hi. Hello, hello. I'm going to wait for some people to come in. Let me tie up my hair. I'm taking a break from packing. We've been doing a lot of packing and trying to get everything together so we can move out of this house and be absolutely happy where we're moving to. Yeah, I just wanted to take a break and hop on YouTube and start a story time, or I don't know, just share a little story about my life with y'all. Obviously, yes, I'm a Wildcat, Arizona Wildcats. Bear down. I've been a Wildcat fan. I was born and raised here in Tucson, so yes, I'm a Wildcat fan by default, and I absolutely love the Wildcats. Let's see, what else can I say? So yeah, I was born and raised in Tucson. Um, I was born in 1976. Hi, Tim. How are you? I was born in 1976, so I'm an old baby. I just turned 43 in January. I am a single parent of 6 amazing, beautiful children. I have 5 boys and 1 daughter. My eldest is 24. Then I have a 19-year-old. My 11-year-old will be 12 in June. And then I have a 10-year-old. I have an 8-year-old, and my 6-year-old will be 7 on the 16th of June. Oh, I'm glad you're good, Tim. That's so good. Did you have any anything interesting today go on? Um, so yes, I was born and raised here in Tucson, Arizona. Um, my mom and dad are still married. I do have 5 siblings. I believe I touched on this in one of my other lives, but um, we were raised in the city, but we were raised kind of like country-ish, because we have such a huge piece of land, and my dad has the greenest thumb of anybody I've ever known, and we have trees, and like my dad fed us with what we grew, and we also have 40 acres of land where we had 40 head of cattle. And so I kind of grew up both. Hi, Letitia. How are you, love? It's so good to see you. So I kind of grew up in the city, but at the same time, kind of country-ish. And it was, I didn't know any different. I didn't know any different. And my parents, okay, so I'm going to go back. Like, there's so much of my life that's so crazy. Um, so I was born in January 18th, 1976. My parents are still married, but my mom wanted to give me a Chinese name when I was born. And so she did. She gave me the name Mai-Ling, which means pretty flower. Um, but she didn't spell it correctly on my birth certificate, so we just went with it. So she just kept it that way. But my parents are still born and raised in devout Catholics. So when my parents were setting me up to get baptized in the Catholic Church as an infant, the Catholic Church did not recognize Mai-Ling as a Christian name. So my parents they had to come up with a name, with a Christian name, in order for me to be baptized in the Catholic Church. So my mom's sister, my tia Sissy, she gave my mom the name Bernadette, about Saint Bernadette. So on my birth certificate, I am Mai-Ling Lem. On my baptismal certificate, I'm listed as Bernadette Mai-Ling Lem. Um, I did go to Catholic school from kinder to sixth grade. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's really good to see you guys, Tisha and Tim. Tisha, I have a stepdaughter with your name, and I love it. She's so gorgeous too. But let me see before I get lost again. All right, so I went to Catholic school from kinder to sixth grade. Um, and I'm not going to get into a whole religious, stuff because I don't do that. Um, but I believed um, in about the second grade that what they were teaching me was not correct. So, but I did well. I did very well in school. I got straight A's um, all the way from kinder to sixth grade. And then finally, I begged my parents to let me go to public school. Um, I got teased a lot in private school, but it was just whatever kid stuff. When I got to public school, I was so sheltered from my parents. Like, I didn't even know what a jumbo jack was from what is it, Jack in the Box, till I was 15 years old. Um, my dad's a chef, a former chef, and my mom cooks amazing. So we grew up on homemade meals morning, noon, and night. Um, some people think that's spoiling. I think it's the best thing that you can do for your children. And that's where I learned all my cooking skills and whatnot. So, and that's where my kids are learning their cooking skills. Um, and I guess that's like cooking food in our family is like it's a form of love. We just want to make sure everybody is well fed and really just content. We don't ever want anybody to go hungry. So it's a form of love for us. But so yeah, I begged my parents to take me out of Catholic school because I didn't like it. And I didn't want to go into middle school and high school going into like and staying in a Catholic school because I didn't even believe the ways that they were teaching me anyway. So my parents caved and they allowed me to go to public school for seventh and eighth grade. And let me tell you, because I was so sheltered, I didn't know the meaning of anything. Like, I was as pure can be, even going into the seventh grade. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know, which I still don't know how to do my hair. I don't do anything to my hair. It's super long. But I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know how to do my makeup. I didn't know how to dress. I tried to dress and look the way that the other students were looking, but it was not, I did not, I didn't do it quite well. So I know I was really the oddball out when it came to that because all of the kids in that junior high, they had already went to elementary together. They played sports together. So I was literally just, thrown into a sea of sharks. Um, and I didn't believe, I didn't have a mean bone in my body whatsoever. I think these girls were picking, well, I got picked on even harder in junior high, but with that, it was like, I just, I just ignored it. I didn't think people were mean. I genuinely thought that everybody had a good heart and a good spirit. And I just never, I didn't stand up for myself, but I didn't try to get back at them in the same way. So yeah, they would throw rocks at me, and I would just ignore it all. But when I got to high school, high school was my downfall. I did not like high school. I guess after being picked on so much in elementary and in junior high, um, and still not really fitting in with one particular group, um, it was just I just always did my own thing. So I really believed, I wanted to believe, and I still felt that way, that I was invisible during high school. But so many people know me and they love me and they appreciate the things that I did for them, while we were in school. And this is 25 freaking years, later. Um, and so it's just really nice to be able to still have those people. But when I started high school, there was this girl, her name was Kelly, and I had my friend Roy, and we were all in science class together. And this was my freshman year, so I didn't know anybody from that school unless they had traveled with me from middle school to the high school. And so I was meeting new people. I had classes with Kelly and a class with Kelly and Roy, and it was science class. Kelly had a huge crush on Roy, but Roy was kind of crushing on me. And me being innocent, I have no clue about the price of beans in China. So Kelly starts getting like more and more irritated as, the weeks go by. And I don't know what made me feel like it, but I knew that one day I was going to end up getting in a fight. And that day that I knew that I was going to get in a fight, I put my hair up in a ponytail, put my sneakers on. Mind you, I've never been in a fight before, ever in my life. And mind you, I was probably weighing about 80 pounds at the time. I didn't weigh 100 pounds till my third year of high school. Kelly was probably about 3, 4, 5 times my size. She was a big girl, a big girl. And I didn't care. Like, she started talking about me and saying bad things about me. And I figured out that she wanted to fight me. And so I went to school prepared to fight. And so it was hilarious because, and excuse me if I'm spitting. Hold on a second. It's funny because here I am with, little ponytail, barely weighing 80 pounds, soaking wet. And I see the girl walk into the cafeteria in the morning. I was like, there's that bitch. And I just rolled my eyes. I was like, here we go. And apparently she read my lips when I said, there's that bitch, because she got pissed and was like, you calling me a bitch? And I was like, pretty much. That's what I said. I'm not going to deny it. I did say that. Do you want to fight? I was like, yeah, we can do that. She's like, hold on, let me take my jacket off. You don't ever tell me to hold on. So as she was taking her jacket off, I started swinging on her. And she did get me by my ponytail, and swear to God, flung me around like I was a little rag doll, but I didn't get injured. I just kept sticking as much as I can. And then it was all broke up, and then we're, still kind of, everybody was still kind of surrounding us, and we were still, talking shit back and forth to each other. And then apparently I said something that led somebody else to say, ooh, those are fighting words. So then we went at it again. And again, this girl is like 4 or 5 times my size. I was not even 80 pounds. I'm telling you, I was about 80 pounds. She was a big, big girl. So we went at it again, and then it was over. And so and then the bell rang and school was, starting. Everybody was heading to their classes and whatnot. And me being so innocent and knowing that when you do something bad, you get in trouble for it and you take whatever repercussions to follow. So after the fight, this is how, oh my God, look at it. I'm so thankful because look at it, it says scam. Let me see. It says likely scam, scam likely. Can you see it? Anyway, it says scam likely. So it filters my phone calls for me. So after the fight, everybody dispersed and I got my stuff. And instead of going to class, I walked myself into the office, into the school office. And I found somebody sitting behind a desk and I was like, I need to know what to do. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you do? You go to class. I was like, but I thought I was supposed to be in trouble. I thought I was supposed to be in trouble. Where, like, she was confused. She was like, trouble for what? I was like, well, I just got in a fight and I'm here to admit that, yeah, anybody walk in here? It's like, no. She's like, okay, well, if nobody brought you up here, then you just go to class. And from that point on, from that moment on, when I knew how easy it was to get away with getting into a fight and you were supposed to be in trouble for it, I was relentless. Every single person that picked on me, every single person that picked on my friends, and it didn't matter if it was a guy or a girl, I went off. And I wasn't so innocent anymore, I guess. I guess I found my voice. I got tired. I guess I was that kid that got bullied, that finally got tired. And when I finally found my voice with that first fight in high school, there was just absolutely no stopping me. And I know that it really boosted my ego because this girl was so huge and I was just tagging her in the face. And no, I was unstoppable after that. It was crazy. But yeah, anybody that tried to, mess with me or mess with my family or mess with my friends or, the people that I cared about and whatnot, I would be the one that was at the front line. Always. I was always on the front line for everybody. And it's cool. I mean, I still have that in me. I don't get physical anymore. There's just absolutely no reason to waste any energy on anything negative anymore. But that's what I start. That's how I was so naive. There was this girl that I went to elementary with, and then she left fourth grade. Okay, so she only went to fourth grade with me, I think, in Catholic school. And then when we got into seventh grade, she went to the same public school as I did. So I was like, okay, cool. And so one day she was so mad at me, she wanted to fight me. But I didn't believe her. She was dead ass with a group of people walking up to me ready to she was just running her mouth in front of me and she dead ass wanted to fight me. And I looked at her and I looked around. I was like, oh my God, Jamie, you're so funny. I know you don't want to fight me. I love you too. And I walked up to her and I gave her a hug. I gave her a hug because I didn't have a mean bone in my body. Not a single mean bone in my body. No evil, no nothing. I gave her a hug. This girl wanted to pummel me, and I gave her a hug. So, yeah, nothing happened after that. It was just whatever. It was hilarious. Yeah, I was ready. I was really ready, and I did get fed up. I really did get fed up. And then it was more of an adrenaline rush for me after that. Whether the person was coming for me or coming at me or coming at my friend sideways, um, or somebody I cared about sideways. Like, people could say or do whatever to me. I didn't care. People looked at me a certain way, I would knock their block off. It was funny. There was this one time, um, my best friend Monica and I, we would take the same bus, but she lived across a major street from me. So we would always walk each other to and from or meet halfway and whatnot. And so one day, I was in a skirt. I was looking all cute and whatnot. I was probably about 15 years old, 16 years old, somewhere around there. And this girl in these apartments, she was out there with a bunch of girls and whatnot. And me and my friend Monica had walked by, and they were like, and she was like, "Yo, what's up? You want to fight? You want to fight?" And I was like, and at that time, like, I was already with it. I was already fighting everybody. And but I when she came up to me and wanted to fight, I was like, "Nah, it's cool. I'm cool. I don't even know how to fight, yo." I was in a skirt. I was like, "Nah, y'all, everything's cool." I says, I don't know how to fight." I said, "I don't want to fight. I don't know how to fight. I'm just on my way home, whatever, whatever. I don't want no beef." And so as soon as I went home, I changed. I put my pants on, put my hair up in a ponytail, and I walked right back over to that apartment complex. Yeah. I just, there's never been a time where anybody was able to get one up on me just because I don't, like, I'm very careful how I move. I'm very careful who I speak with. I'm very careful with who I do what with. And I do care a lot for a lot of people. And if any of you guys ever need to call me or to talk, or to vent or need advice, feel free. Like it's not, I mean, even though we all made friends on, YouTube and other platforms and whatnot, like, sincerely, I do care about you guys. And if you need to hit me up, hit me up. I will take your phone call. I will respond to your text. If you need a vent, if you're going through a hard time or whatnot, I am definitely here for you. But I'm going to check out for now. I need to turn my AC on because I'm getting so hot now. Um, but I'm going to check out. I'll see y'all pretty soon. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for checking out my live. I just needed to take a quick break because it's hot. And you know what? Go Wildcats. Bear down. Thanks, Tim. I was going to talk about my health issues today. I'll probably talk about it on the next live. Because I do have a laundry list of health issues. But that'll probably be on the next one. But love you guys. If you guys need anything, you guys know how to hit me up. I got y'all. One love. Love is love. Shout out to Feed the Wolves. Shout out to Team Smoke. Shout out to all my people who are just all in my heart. Team Smoke, feed the wolves. Y'all mean a lot to me. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.